I used to think fallen leaves were just autumn clutter, something to rake up, bag, and forget. But one season, I decided to do something different. Instead of clearing them away, I shredded them with my mower and spread them as mulch across one of my raised beds. At first it was an experiment. I kept one bed with bare soil, another with straw mulch, and one layered with 2 to 3 inches of shredded leaves. 14 days later, I wasn't just surprised, I was convinced I'd stumbled on one of the simplest, most overlooked soil solutions for home gardeners. Have you ever mulched with shredded leaves? What results did you see? Let me know in the comments. Your experience helps other growers too. The leaves came from different trees: maple, jacaranda, and eucalyptus. After shredding them finely, I spread a generous layer across the surface, keeping the mulch away from plant stems. I gave it a light watering to help it settle. At first glance, it didn't look like much, just brown mulch on dirt. But things started happening almost immediately. By day 3, the first thing I noticed was improved moisture retention. The topsoil stayed damp even in full sun. In contrast, the bare soil and even the straw-mulched bed started drying out by midday. The shredded leaf mulch was holding moisture like a sponge, regulating soil temperature and honestly cutting down my watering schedule. As the leaves softened and began to decompose, something incredible happened. Worms returned. I pulled back a section of mulch and wow, counted over a dozen earthworms right beneath the surface. They were feeding on the early stage decomposition, dragging pieces of leaf matter down into the soil. Where worms go, soil improvement follows. Their movement aerates the soil, and their castings enrich it with bioavailable nutrients. Even more importantly, the fine fungal threads I noticed, likely mycorrhizae, were already starting to grow between decomposing leaves and root zones. That's a strong sign that microbial activity was increasing. By the 10th day, the differences in plant vigor were obvious. The peppers and lettuce in the shredded leaf bed stood taller, with deeper green leaves and fewer signs of sun stress. Even during those hot afternoons, the plants showed little to no wilting compared to those in the bare soil. That's because the leaf mulch was doing multiple jobs at once: retaining water, moderating soil temperatures, suppressing weed growth, and releasing slow, steady nutrients as it broke down. At the 2-week mark, I gently lifted one marigold from the shredded leaf bed and another from the bare bed. The one grown under the leaf mulch had denser, healthier roots, with visible white root hairs reaching out through darker, moister soil. The other root system was shallower and surrounded by drier, more compact soil. That kind of difference doesn't come from store-bought fertilizers. It comes from feeding the soil biology. The fungi, bacteria, earthworms, and decomposers that turn organic matter into living soil. Shredded leaves are rich in carbon and naturally full of trace minerals from the trees that drop them. When applied as mulch, they mimic the natural forest floor, where organic matter slowly decomposes and feeds the soil from the top down. By shredding the leaves, you increase the surface area, allowing microbes to colonize and break them down faster. The mulch becomes a slow-release input, improving soil structure, nutrient retention, and microbial activity. It also protects the soil from erosion, compaction, and harsh sun exposure. In just 14 days, the soil beneath my shredded leaves transformed. It smelled richer, it held water better, and honestly, the plants knew it. If you're overlooking the leaves in your yard, you're missing out on one of nature's most efficient, free soil-building tools. Shredded leaf mulch doesn't just protect the surface, it activates the biology beneath it. Try it this season. Start small, observe the results. Your plants and your soil will tell you everything you need to know. If this guide helped you, subscribe to Soil Doctor for more field-tested, biology-driven methods to improve your soil. Share this with a fellow gardener and revisit it anytime you're prepping your raised beds. We're growing healthier soil, one leaf at a time.